Okay, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're streaming from. My name is Cinetic Films, as you all know. Um, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to grade your music video. So stay tuned as you watch and enjoy and cinematic. Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night. My name is Cinematic, and I am the CEO of Cinetic Films. And today I'll be showing you guys how to grade your music video. So stay tuned and watch till the end because I'll be unveiling some little secrets on how to separate the skin tone, on how to separate the background from the object, and color balancing, color correction, and how to properly add your looks, even looks. So stay tuned and enjoy. So, first of all, when you approach any image, the first thing to do is you have to convert it from log because I shot this with a Sony S-Log 3. So you have to convert it from log. It's at log. You convert it from log to red 709. So how you convert that is of different ways. And this is DaVinci Resolve in case you're just coming across the grading part for the first time. So um, it's somehow similar to Premiere Pro, but more advanced to Premiere Pro in terms of color correction and color grading. So the first thing I do is I kind of create my node. Node in Premiere Pro, for most of you that are familiar with Premiere Pro, in Premiere Pro we have what we call lumetri, where you apply your color grading. Where you apply your color grading. Where you apply your color grading. While for DaVinci, you have your node. Okay, well, this was the grading I did before now. I just watched the transformation. This is more like advanced, but I'm going to be doing basic in order to carry some of you who are just like getting to meet this for the first time. So, first of all, what you need to know about grading, another tip you need to know about grading is when you convert your log file to, let's say, Red 709, things you need to notice, you have to color correct it. It's more like solving the problem, like finding out the problem, then you solve it. You have to correct like the exposure, the white balance, and some other things. And when you're shooting, for those of you who are cinematographers, you need to consider your lighting because as a colorist, if your lighting are not giving you that skin separation, you may end up not getting what will be good, what will be nice, what you may not consider being perfect for that perfect tone, skin tone. So, as a colorist, you have to be mindful of the lighting. Very important, like very, very important. When you're mindful of the lighting, when you're grading, you see that the grading is going to be coming out here because when the skin pops out, your grading will come out nice. And failure not to consider those things, it will make you to struggle because the beauty of a grading, the beauty of every grading is the skin. You have to like, no matter what, you have to consider the skin. I see so many grading. At the end of the day, the grading may not come out like nice, nice, nice. Why? Simply because the skin was either oversaturated or not a kind of representing the true color tone of that particular object. Let's say maybe after shooting an object, shooting somebody like after capturing someone, and in real life that person is let's say fair, but after grading you now discover that the person is looking black, the person is looking all black. So you now see that you just change the person's color. So it's not going to speak well of you, you get, and you may not get that beautiful cinematic color. So I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart. Then the next thing to do is create your node. Right click, add node. That's serial node. Then next thing to do is we're going to convert this to red 709, from log to red 709. There are many ways of doing that. Let me show you. Normally you kind of pull in your contrast, then use pivot to balance it. Then you create another node. And mind you, when grading, you have to consider your scopes, which have varieties like parade, waveform, vector, scope, and histogram. So I normally make use of parade. For example, as you're pulling, you can watch my previous video, you will see where I made proper explanation concerning vector, scope, and parade, parade and different histogram and so on and so forth. So you pull, then balance. I think that the this area, which is the dark side, you make it look like it's going to touch this zero. So at least for this is cool. Then I'll go to the next one. I have to pull this down, then use my lift to balance it, then pull my gamma, pull my gain. So this is our before and after. So next thing, you add another node. You add another node. Increase the saturation. Increase the saturation. Then add another node. White balance. Okay, for white balance, most times you so sometimes I advise people when you're shooting, at least before you start to top any shoot, you go in there with gray card. You can place that gray card maybe before you start recording. You can place that gray card and use it for your white balance, so that when you're grading, you just use this picker tool to pick it. But if you're opportunity to have things like gray, white, you can just pick it and see that it's already balanced. But I'm not going to use this pattern. Let me show you another pattern. Another pattern is go to window, select, then the circle, place it on the skin, place it just on the skin, then highlight, then switch to this where you make use of your scope, vector scope. Are you seeing this straight line represents the skin? So you're going to pull all through to place, and this mark here represents the color of the skin. So you're going to pull this all through. You can check my previous video and you see where I made a proper explanation on how to do a proper white balance. So you then restart and uncheck. So as you can see, this is the skin color. So you can at least step down the blue. Step down the blue. Then this is it. Let me take this up a bit, like about 60. Then you're good. This is another pattern to convert from S-Log to Red 709. But I'm not going to do this pattern. So This is another pattern. When you create your node, go to, we call it CST, color space transform. For me, I prefer you do your color space transform at the end, then you grade inside. So let's say CST, drop it here. Then the first one, input color space, should be the camera, which is, I shot in S-Log, Galmont 3 scene. Then look for Sony also. Look for Sony, S-Log 3. Then color space, red 709. Gamma, gamma 2.4. So are you seeing the conversion? This is another way. This is another way. Watch. This is another way. And another way you can convert your red 709 from S-Log to red 709 is by going to lots, go to Sony, then pick up this and drop. Then you wait for the magic. This is another way. This is like a inbuilt Sony look. Sony lot that converts S-Log 3 to red 709. But I'm not going to use this pattern. I'm going to use the initial one I did. Why? I watch. Let me compare so that you will see the difference. Okay, well, this is the lot S-Log. Then this is the one I did. Did you notice any difference? I think I like the details. Watch the skin and watch the skin. This is light though. But for me, I prefer this. I don't know what you may prefer, but I prefer using this. So, next thing to do is what? We are going to white balance. Create a node. Then before we white balance, let's pull our contrast. So remember our parade. So pull the contrast. Pull the contrast as if it's touching this base, the 0. Then use pivot to balance it. Then the next thing to do, are you seeing that the image is coming up? See the before and see the after. Like it's a kind of coming up. Then this is our contrast. Then the next thing is to create a node, another node. So we are going to white balance. Remember what I told you about using this picker tool to click on white, which is not bad. But for me, I'm going to do it manually so that I'll be able to read the skin. So all I have to do is zoom in, then use this window tool, the circle on, reduce it, then place it at the forehead, then okay, that's cool. Then change it to vector scope, then pull this slightly. So remember what I explained about this line representing the skin, because one thing you need to know, this is yellow and red and orange. Orange, you can see your offset. Orange, this yellow, this red, and orange is in between. So that's why we are pushing the skin color to orange, selecting only the skin. So next thing is, let's give it a bit blue. Then you reset, unselect this. So this is our white balance from this to this. But if you feel it's, you can still reduce it. You can still adjust it. Adjust it a bit. This is cool. This is good. So the next thing is you have to, let's say, create another node. Create another node. Then you're going to use the offset. So let's switch to parity. Step down the offset a little bit. Then our lift a little bit. Gamma, use it to raise. Gain, raise it a little bit. Then look at the difference of, can you see? Then next is we are going to work on the skin tone. So we are going to highlight just the skin. We're going to highlight just the skin, more like separation. So you create a node, then create another node, but at this time it's going to be parallel node. You link it, come to the skin, this is our before, These are after. So come to the skin, then select the skin. Select just the skin. Okay, let me use this. Select just the skin. So you go to highlights, then tweak it, tweak it, tweak it until you get it. Then next thing I do is I blur. Please help me to share, subscribe, and comment. Comment what you feel. Comment what you want me to, the video you want me to do next. Like, I would like to share some of my secrets on how I do my grade. Now, you can also check some of my gradings at Cinematic Grade on Instagram, or still check at Cinetic Films. I'll be putting in the link on my description. You can also bring in your jobs for me to grade. I'm open for that. So, okay, we've selected the skin. So we are going to step down the skin by reducing the saturation. Then give it contrast. Like, let's say 80. 80 is cool. 80 is cool. Then I like reducing the details on my skin. Then we're going to go to lock, mid-tone, push it to orange. Push it to orange. Then for this, which is the background, this represents the background. Why this represents the skin? Just watch. You see? You're going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to push the background. So, one thing you need to know about color, one thing I need to say, I need to let you understand this. One thing you need to know about color, color is also a story, and color can be a kind of expressed depending on the scene, depending on the story, depending on what you're kind of trying to tell. Like something like this cool color, like looking like bluish kind of normally if you see things like this, it's just like telling a cool story, like music video, movie, like depending on the kind of movie. Then if it's for movie, I seen green, some greenish color, like a dirty color. I see. So most people, if you want to grade, you just have to understand what you're grading and know the kind of color that you're popping into it. For example, if you're grading wedding, wedding is just vibrant and bright colors and beautiful natural colors. That means what you need to do is you have to grade. Let me just show you guys what I mean. Sorry for breaking, but I just need to explain this because if you are a satisfied colorist and you do not know how to grade most of this storyline to give it a kind of define the color grade or define it, you may be missing out because color is a story on its own. So let me just quickly show you maybe an example so that you'll be able to see what I meant when I say grading. Color matters. So let's take this example on. Sorry, I'm looking for this. Okay. So this is an example. Just watch. Watch. See the color. This for one of the what do you notice? Let me pause. What do you notice about her skin tone? Are you seeing are you seeing how natural the skin tone is? Don't worry. Maybe the next video I'll be dropping, I'm going to be doing. Maybe I'll take a topic like how to color grade your wedding. I see. So you can see how natural. You can see how natural. You can see how natural. You won't notice any bluish stuff or so. So this is just for the wedding I did, and I've done couple maybe movie. Let me just show you guys so that when next you're grading, you'll be able to like define to know what you're going for. So I'm going to show you. Sorry, just hold on. I'm trying to search for it. Okay, this is one of the horror movie I did with Onwe Creates. Honor Creates. So you can see, I see the color. Are you seeing that the color is dirty? We shot this with Sony and Loomis. What a combination! So are you seeing? See the color. Are you seeing that the color is a kind of greenish like? Are you seeing? I graded this with DaVinci Resolve. So it's a kind of a horror movie though. Horror film. So these are the things you need to know about color. If you're grading a kind of horror movie or grading a wedding or documentary, at least with this example I've shown you, you'll be able to know what you're going to define, the kind of color you're going to define your project with. So back to what we're trying to achieve. So working on my background, I'm going to pull it towards the blue side. So this is my before and this is my after. Before, after. So before, this is like S-Log 3. As for those who are not used to S-Log 3, S-Log 3 is just like a flat, like when you're shooting, you shoot on flat, and that flat image, you it doesn't come with a color, a built-in color profile. It's just like flat. The shadows is flat. The highlight is flat. Contrast is flat at zero. So when you're now grading at maybe a grading software like DaVinci Resolve Premiere Pro, you now start boosting in the colors. So this is it. So the next thing I do is I kind of, let's say you want to add a lot. For most people, they don't even know how to add their lot properly. They may end up ruling the image by maybe putting in some kind of lot that they are not sure of. Maybe they may import lot from online or download it. One thing you need to know is I can decide to save this as lot for Sony and I sell it. At the end of the day, you download it and apply it to another image without proper understanding. You ruin the image because that lot was created for this particular image based on the lighting and based on the background and based on my my settings, my camera settings. So the best way to add, there are different ways to add your lots though. There are different ways to add your lot, but one of the best way to add your lot is just introduce CST. Then let's go red 709. Then I see that the image is a kind of um somehow going flat. Then gamma 2.4, red 709. Then S log 3. Take it back to S log 3. Then voila, it's flat again. So then you can now add your lots here. Let's say um Kodak. I don't know whether you've heard of Kodak. Kodak is another amazing lot that gives you good color science. So you just select the two, create compound, then go to key, reduce it to blend it in. I see. So without the lot, with the lot, I think that I'm making more impact than just doing without lots. Watch. So I'm going to adjust. You can see this red. I'm going to adjust it by introducing a node. Then you go to curves, go to hue versus saturation. Hue versus saturation. Click on your red, pull it down a bit. Then let's check again. I think that is better. But let's adjust it more. So that it will not be too much. I see. So without my lot, with the lot, I see that this is the proper best way to apply your lot. And let me know in the comment section something you would love me to do a video on, maybe a kind of something that has been bothering you and you would want me to make a video on based on color grading. And if you also want me to try this grade on Premiere Pro, do put it in on the comment section and I'll be glad to experiment it on Premiere Pro. So with this, you can see that this is achievable, like very achievable. And let me also grade. Let me also show you one thing. You can copy this particular grade from here and you paste it here. See, watch. Did you see? I just copied the grade. So the best thing you can do also is just adjust, then you're good to go. But there's nothing to adjust here. I like how dark, like low light, the backup singers. So you can see that we just copied our grade. And if you copy to this one, it may not work because they are not of the same lighting. You see, it's dark here. You have to start adjusting. You have to adjust. Then for this, copy, paste. I see. Copy, paste. I see. Awesome video. So thank you for waiting till this time, and I'm going to be giving you this Kodak lots that I used. For most of you who make use of Premiere Pro, I'm going to be dropping the link so that you can download it and use it on your video. So see you next time, and please like, comment and subscribe. Just support us so that we can do more amazing videos. Thank you so much. We love you guys.